Hi, ovarian cancer is in the group of gynecological cancers, which is the fourth largest killer of women around the world. Welcome to Teal Wings, a show that will help spread awareness around the world of ovarian cancer. My name is Yolandi Franken and I'm joined here today by Sam Mullins. Welcome, Sam.
Hi, Yolandi. Thank you for having me here today.
Thank you for being here. So you've just come back from China.
Yes, that's right. It was a wonderful experience. I entered Miss Tourism Queen International and I got third runner-up, so very exciting.
Wow, congratulations. So
Thank you very much.
Miss Tourism
Queen International.
Miss Tourism Queen International
Yeah, that's
2015.
right. Yeah.
Third runner-up,
Yeah, that's
Samantha
right.
Mullins. Wow, that's a great achievement. And now you're a finalist in the Mrs. Australia Quest?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so Mrs. Australia Quest is the official pageant of Teal Wings of Hope, and all the money raised through that goes to the charity, of course. So tell me, how did you get involved in MacQuest, as we call it?
I actually found out about MacQuest through a friend of mine, Jennifer Hunt, and she recommended that I join. I really loved everything that it was about, the Teal Wings of Hope charity, and it sounded like something amazing to be a part of. So I joined thanks to Jennifer, and here I am today, and I'm just so excited for everything that it's going to bring to my life. So
Great. So have you had any past experience with ovarian cancer? Maybe you knew someone or anything, or not at all?
no, I haven't actually known anyone with ovarian cancer. But
Oh, you're very lucky. I bet you're now going to meet a lot of people, because as soon as
Yeah.
I got involved, all these people came out of the woodwork.
Oh.
So yeah. So now that you are involved in Teal Wings of Hope and Mrs. Australia Quest, what's your plan? What are you planning to do from here on?
So what I've been doing so far, and what I'm going to continue doing, is I've been going to social networking events for business women, and it's been really great. I've made some great friends, I've made new contacts, which is helpful for my career, but I've also had the opportunity to talk about the signs and symptoms of ovarian cancer.
So what do you do for a living? What's your normal job?
So my everyday job is I work as an accountant. I specialise in tax and business services.
Okay, and how does the charity work interact or tie into your day job?
I guess it doesn't really tie in. This is just something that I do in addition to my work, and it's brought something very meaningful to my life. It makes me very happy to help people, and I really enjoy it. Yeah.
Great. I would guess being an accountant, you need some other things in your life.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean it's a bit much just sitting in an office all day and staring at a computer screen. So it's great to get out into the community, meet new people, and tell them about ovarian cancer.
That's great. So you speak to women at women's groups. What kind of things do you speak about, and what do you do with the ladies?
I mainly I get up in front of everyone and I talk to them mostly about the signs and the symptoms of ovarian cancer, so that if they do start to notice those things in themselves, then they know to go see a doctor and get everything checked.
Okay, so because you'll be surrounded by corporate people, what do you think on that level? What's the best way to approach for anyone else there who knows about the symptoms and want to spread the message as well unofficially? How can they approach people on their level in the corporate world?
I think definitely in the corporate world, the best way to approach people is at their social networking events. Usually run on a Friday, Saturday night. You've probably heard of the after-work drinks. That's pretty common.
Friday night drinks or something.
Yeah, that's right. But not only those, but the proper networking nights, and they're always of a night time. That's definitely the best way to approach people, to tell them about ovarian cancer.
Okay. So being in the corporate world and also having involvement in pageantry and charity, do you find that helps you to spread the message? Does it open any doors for you?
Yeah, absolutely, because people obviously notice my Facebook, my Instagram and all that, and they ask me what I've been doing, and I tell them, I've just been to China, I entered a Miss Tourism Queen International, I had a wonderful time, and then, that's a great way to start talking about Teal Wings and tell people about the signs and symptoms of ovarian cancer.
Okay, so because I know that we try and focus as well, not only speaking to women as a charity, but also to the men, because they're often the people who make sure that their wives go to the doctor and get checked out. Yeah. Do you find that when you speak to men that they are open to listening to it, or do they kind of shunt away from the conversation?
I mean, everyone's interested in learning about, any type of disease or sickness that can affect people in their lives, and I think a lot of people don't realise how serious and how common ovarian cancer is.
Yeah.
So they are very interested in knowing.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Men are just as interested, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good men. See, I find as well, since I've been involved, as I said before, that there's more people coming out of the woodwork because people just don't talk about it. It's one of those topics that, I don't know why, but people don't feel comfortable just talking about it. And it shouldn't be that way because, it's a fact of life.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's because it is something that only affects women. Maybe that's why a lot of people don't want to talk about it. Like a lot of women's issues, people are afraid to talk about them.
Yeah, but that's what we are here for. We're trying to make a difference and spread the message, and we have great ambassadors such as yourself to help doing that. So, as an ambassador for Teal Wings of Hope, and because I believe you've also been involved in other charities, doing campaigns and setting that all up, is it a big challenge? Or is it easy to do?
It can be a big challenge, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. It's so much fun, and I find that the best way to plan anything is as a group and together with other people, and it ends up just being so much fun, and you're doing something for a good cause, and it is challenging, but it's worth it.
Okay, so what are some of the challenges that you think you had while trying to set up a campaign? Or an event or something like that?
Definitely time. Time can be a big problem. Trying to fit everything in, trying to organise everything at the same time, it can be pretty challenging. But yeah, other than that, it's really not that difficult, and I think anyone can do it, and it's so much fun, and I recommend it to a lot of people.
Okay, so when you get your team together, and when you ask people for help, how do you approach them, or how do you convince them to give their time to help you?
Yeah, that can be a bit difficult, but you just have to approach people with a smile, tell them straight away, get to the point, tell them what you're doing, why it's a good cause, and often people are quite happy to help, yeah.
Okay. So Sam, in the corporate world, women are very busy. They don't have time to, go to the doctor and remember all their symptoms and what's wrong with them. What advice do you have for women that feel there might be something wrong but just don't have the time to sort it out?
Yeah, that's right. I understand what that's like. My lifestyle is very busy. It's hard to get to a doctor during business hours. So what I would advise women to do is to actually keep a diary. Now, like me, most women in the corporate world do have a diary. We can't remember everything. None of us have a super brain. So what I would recommend is to write down symptoms in the diary, and if those symptoms continue for 2 weeks, after the 2 weeks, definitely go see a doctor.
So that is a really good idea. I think that's a great way to keep track, anyone out there, to keep track of your symptoms, keep it in your diary, and that's also a good idea when you go to your doctor, take your diary with you, and that way they can see exactly how many days you've had, what kind of symptoms, and it will help them out a lot as well. So when you do these events and campaigns and things like that, do you find that it has a legacy it lives on, or does it kind of just end on the day?
No, I don't think it ever just ends on the day. I think any awareness is helpful for any charity, and just getting the word out there, getting the name out there is always helpful. Mm-hmm. And people will remember that, and the next time they see it, they'll remember it, and it's always helpful.
Yeah. I guess as well these days with social media, the photos is there forever. Instagram, Facebook, it's living on. And people can keep sharing it forever and ever.
Yeah, that's right. Social media, I think, is the best way to advertise anything these days, really. Yeah.
Exactly. So, guys, thank you for watching our show. As we've just said, social media, do like our videos, do like our page, and share it along. Make sure everyone gets the message. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.